Okay, we've got a no heat call, potentially warranty on a furnace that we installed. I believe this house has got an S9 furnace in it, so a couple of typical things that aren't set up right possible. So let's get in here and see if we can get these people some heat. All right, I've got the door off of it, and like I say, the first thing I do is check all of these hoses and everything. Now this is usually the Achilles heel right here on this left discharge, or really on either way. This hose that hooks to the top of the heat exchanger, if you have it in there like that, or run it around another way, it can cause a problem. This needs to run uphill off the header, the cold header we call that. Needs to run uphill first before going around into the switch. So usually, I like these square hoses too, by the way, they stay where you put them. Usually if we sit this back like that, I guess we could start putting a zip tie right there just to make sure, but it's not going to go anywhere. Just slightly uphill first, and I'm going to assume in case a little condensation gets in there to keep it from stopping up the hose or getting to the switch. That's why the instructions tell you that has to go uphill first. So just looking at that, looking at the configuration of all these, this is out of the bottom like it needs to be. Got caps everywhere, so looking in here, I don't see any reason it's not going to fire up, but or that it's not going to run. So we're going to look at the flue pipe and follow it out and see what's going on. But let's jump it off and try it first. Okay, so let's jump it out here. So I don't hear any water bubbling or anything. So I tell you what, I think I can see right now what's probably aggravating this furnace. I see a lot of 2-inch pipe going all the way over there. I know it's 3-inch going through a really long crawl space over there. And I am willing to bet that is just too much 2-inch pipe. There's 2 elbows right there. 5 burners. So I'm guessing this is a 100,000. And it is not going to work on that much 2-inch pipe. At least that's my opinion. Although it appears to be burning fine right now. Look at the rest of this flue pipe while it's running. Alright, so it's been burning a few minutes just fine, but it is in low. And, it needs to run 10 minutes to kick up into high, and I'm thinking that when this speeds up this much 2-inch, I looked on the other side of the wall, there's another 2-inch elbow before it goes a few more feet and turns into 3-inch. So I'm thinking we need to run the 3-inch all the way through this wall here into this crawl space and a lot closer to the furnace, and have no 2-inch elbows and very little 2-inch pipe. This is a 100,000 BTU furnace, and a Trane furnace just will not tolerate 2-inch pipe. Right now it's burning at, I don't know, probably 60 something or whatever the first stage is, and it will not tolerate 2-inch pipe. I know that, maybe a little bit of it. but certainly not 1, 2, 3 2-inch elbows, and a good 2, 3, 10. There's probably 16 to 18 feet of 2-inch pipe before it goes to 3, and that's not going to work. So I've already called the office to get her to deliver some pipe out here, and we're just going to change this. We're going to run the 3 up to here, whether it's the problem or not. That's what should have been done. And so this will be another one of those videos that we'll watch during the the meetings and whatnot, and try to deal with some quality control. And I can see that running downhill. Like if you look, this elbow, first elbow is a little bit lower than that, so it's not exactly strapped properly. That first piece may be too long. That second piece of 2-inch may be too long. You can tell by the coil line there that this is actually running downhill. So that elbow could build some water up in it. And just, this is just not, the flue pipe's not run right, so we're going to fix this. But I'm going to sit here and watch it until it kicks up into high and see if that's where it gives problems. That's my guess. So let's see. Okay, there it goes into high. I'm not seeing a problem as of yet. But I do not like this 2-inch flue pipe. There's too much of it. So we're going to change some of that out regardless. But that's got to be what was giving it problems. I haven't done anything else. I mean, I've played with that hose a little bit, but that was about it. So let's go ahead and start unhooking this, cutting this pipe down. I'm going to do it anyway, but I don't see any problem here. But they certainly said they had no heat. So when we're done with that, we'll go inside and fire it up from the thermostat, make sure it's not an issue there. All right, we got it all fixed, and the customer was able to fire it up from his Nexia. And as you can see, I didn't really care to have that many couplings there, but I had to work with the 2-inch stuff that I had. So you have to have this flat reducer. And there's the mark there for the top. That way the water can flow through. So I just kept the same line and the same straps, everything, and just adjusted them and ran the 3-inch. I'll show you out there where it was going to 3-inch at. And so this now runs all the way to within like a foot of the furnace. I don't think that'll give us any further trouble. And when I cut it apart out here, water came out. Let's go out there and look. I'll show you. Okay, so that's the other crawl space. There's the furnace over there. And so it came through the wall right here, still as, oh, let's get the light on. So it came through the wall right there still as 2-inch and made a 2-inch 90 right here. And right here where I cut it is where it went to 3-inch. And you can see how far, that's a good 26, 28 foot to that outside there. So we took out 1, 2, 3 2-inch elbows and 16 or 18 feet of 2-inch pipe. So that's definitely going to fix that. But when I cut it right here and cut it right there, this was just full of water. You can see it. I'm about to lose my good Klein tape measure. So anyway, now we're 3" all the way almost to the furnace, and now 3" going all the way out. So we're going to watch it, let it run 10 minutes, kick up into high, and then we'll take off. Okay, it's running. And it's actually this one. I'm not sure why it's got a coupling out here. It must have had well, I don't feel any glue. Might have had a fitting on it at one time, but the coupling should be right here, and a piece of termination or a fitting if that's what you want. If it's below, I think it's 6 feet below. I'm not sure what the code is on that, but if it's down here where you could walk by it and bump into it, that coupling is supposed to be the break-off joint. Notice this one doesn't have one. That's the other furnace. But anyway, I'm going to watch this and make sure it goes up into high. There's all the 2" stuff that we took out. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3 2" elbows, and what looks to be, 15, possibly 18 feet of 2" pipe. That will not work on a 100,000 BTU furnace. And for all you guys that are going to tell me how perfect you are and how my installers should have done better, I agree. You are correct. But if you are the perfect installer, please call me and please move here and go to work for us. You'll make about $500 a day if you are the perfect installer. So keep that in mind. There it goes into high gear. Heard it right there. So once again, if you're the perfect installer and you want to move to beautiful South Carolina, get in contact with me for a free interview. We'll buy you dinner. Thanks for watching.